guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a card for you guys today, and today we are asking what you can expect to have happen for February of 2022. So this is basically your February 2022 prediction, what you may anticipate, what you may see, what may be happening, how you may be feeling. Just a general kind of check-in for the month. I know I'm a little late getting this up because we are nearly a week into February, but I figure better late than never. And there's still more of the month ahead of us than behind us. So, this will still be applicable for the remainder time of February, which is still, like I said, quite a bit of time. I probably will not get the elements up for the month of February just because we are already in February by a week. So I don't think I'm going to wind up getting that up for this month, but I did want to bring you guys something for the month of February. And I have a really fun and exciting new pick a card that I'm going to be posting after this one. It's going to be like another pop culture themed kind of one. I don't want to say what it is just yet, but I have a couple of new decks that are definitely along the theme of what it is. And I'm so disappointed in myself, you guys, because I found a Friends tarot deck on Etsy after the fact of me doing the Which Friends character are you? Which makes me want to do it over just because I'm like, I gotta get that deck now so I can do that reading, but it's fine. It's all good. I hope you guys enjoyed the Which Friends character are you reading regardless. Eventually I'll probably get the Friends tarot deck and incorporate that, and maybe I'll just do another one for Friends at another time, wait a few months or something and do another one. But anyways, I have another fun pop culture one that's going to be coming up soon, and I'm really excited to do it. Because it's going to be cute, it's going to be fun, it's going to be relatable. And like I said, I have a couple new decks that are definitely going to fall in line with the theme of what that's going to be about. But anyways, we're going to get into our pick a card reading here in just a moment. Before I do, I just want to invite you guys to give this video a like because that definitely helps me out. And be sure to subscribe. I definitely invite you guys to subscribe. Be a part of the Shadow and Shine family. We have a really fun time here, a really good time. And when you do subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification bell because that way then you will be notified every time a new video goes up, anytime I go live. You will be the first one with all of the updates. And I also welcome you guys to engage with me here, engage with my content. So, drop me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, so that's basically that. And I am also open and available for private readings. So if I resonate with you as a reader and you enjoy hanging out with me here, you're welcome to hit me up for a private reading as well. So all the information you need to know about private readings is down in the description box below. Ways to contact me, my email, and what my current offerings are, and all the other kind of stuff. It is all in the description box down below. So yeah, and I also have an Etsy shop too. So there are actually a few readings over on Etsy that are not currently listed in the description box that is down below. So if you head on over to my Etsy shop, you'll find a few other different types of reading offerings, and I have a oracle deck currently for sale up there as well. So once again, if you guys kind of like the pop culture thing and that kind of stuff, you may enjoy this oracle deck too. I'm not currently using that one in today's reading, but there are definitely other videos I have up where I am using it. So if you want to check it out and see what it's all about, it's there. Anyways, so let's get into our pile introductions so you guys know what your choices are for today's pick a card. And since February is all about, love and Valentine's Day, I did decide to go with kind of a Valentine's Day kind of theme and feel here. I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to get a Valentine's Day pick a card up for you guys or not. But, February has Valentine's Day in it, so maybe this reading will hit upon Valentine's Day. But either way, we have a cute, fun little Valentine's Day feel here for our pick a card choices. So for pile number 1, we have this really cute pink heart. It is actually a door. It goes on like a door. It's like a door holder thing. You hang it on the door. And it has these cute little, can't really hear it all that well, but it's supposed to be like little bells or whatever, but they're little hearts, little pink and white hearts. They're all glittery and stuff. And now my birds are starting to chirp. I left the door open because it's kind of late, and I figured maybe they wouldn't be chirping right now, but they're starting to chirp. So I may have to close the door after this introduction. Anyways, so the pink heart for the door is pile number 1. Pile number 2, we have, it's supposed to be like an ornament because, as you can see, you can kind of hang it here, but it is a, it's like a magenta, like a deep pink kind of heart, and it's all floral and flowery and just, a nice pretty little decorative thing once again for Valentine's Day. So this heart is pile number 2. Pile number 3, we actually have a fragrance from Rue 21 called Rue Rocks. And the reason why I chose it is because it does come in this pretty heart shape. And I was trying to find Valentine's Day type of things, love type of items to use for this pick a card. And this was like one of the only things that I could find. I could have sworn I had so much more. And I do have a lot of pink things, and I do have a lot of girly things, but they're not necessarily like heart-shaped and lovey-dovey and all the other kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, we'll just go with this. So the Rue Rocks fragrance, which is nearly gone, as you can tell, there's not much left in there. This little heart bottle is pile number 3. And pile number 4, we have a love potion. There's actually nothing in here at all. It is a empty bottle, but I actually got this during Halloween, funny enough. But it says love potion on it, and I figured this would be perfect, obviously, for Valentine's Day too. Put someone under your love spell. I actually don't recommend that, but it goes with the theme is the point. So the love potion is pile number 4. So go ahead and pick the pile or the item, the number, the timestamp, however it is that you like to choose your piles. Go ahead and pick right now. And timestamps to the different piles are, of course, down below in the comments, in the description. It's down there. You'll find it. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and we're going to go ahead and get started here with pile number 1, our pink heart door group. Hi, pile 1, if you chose the pink heart door hanger, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for February of 2022. I don't really know where to put this little door hanger, so we're going to try and, there we go, maybe just prop it up like that. That works. Okay. All right, we're going to start off here with your tarot cards to see what is going on for you guys. All right, so you guys have the Crystal Unicorn Tarot here, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay down these first cards, and we'll see kind of how they connect and what the message is that needs to be conveyed from Spirit for you guys. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, oh my goodness, Pentacles and Pentacles and Pentacles, oh my, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to start off here with your Five of Wands, because honestly, your Five of Wands here is really the only negative tarot card that is coming through, but you're surrounded by a lot of other positive things, so try not to get too hung up on this part right here. Usually the Five of Wands is an indication of conflict, chaos, turmoil, that kind of thing. So in the month of February, you could experience a little bit of this. It doesn't necessarily have to be with other people. It could simply be something more so within that could be going on. But take it as it resonates. If you're having a challenging time at work, this could be in reference maybe to a work situation. If you're having difficulties with a loved one, with a family member or a friend, it could be in reference to that. I feel like, whatever this struggle is, whatever this conflict is, it's probably going to look a little bit different for everybody just based upon situations. But I would just look within yourself and say, okay, what area of my life am I experiencing the most turmoil and the most struggle and the most conflict in? And like I said, if you can't even really think of something where it's external, it could be internal too. It could be just an internal struggle within yourself. Although I don't feel like it's going to be like that for most of you, because we also have the Nine of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Pentacles is all about confidence. It is about that single, sexy, confident person who, is independent, who is strong, who is powerful, who's basically got it all going on their own, is what it comes down to. And this very well, I feel like this very well is probably you during the month of February. So, the Nine of Pentacles is only one pentacle shy of the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is basically ultimate fulfillment. So it's like this card is basically saying that you're doing good and you're standing fine on your own 2 feet. If you're single, it's like you're good on your own, you're content, you're satisfied on your own, you're not dependent on another person, you're not dependent on having a relationship or needing a partner. But that doesn't mean that you can't have it. It doesn't mean that, you don't prefer to have that. It just means that you don't have to have that to feel fulfilled, to feel satisfied. It's like that you are the cake, and that anything additional that comes into your life, like a relationship or whatever the case may be, is simply the frosting on top. But the frosting is not the full package. That you're the full package. So it's like I said, it's this very confident kind of attitude, this very confident vibe, but not in a full of yourself, narcissistic kind of way. It's not in that kind of sense. It's in a very balanced, humbled, grounded type of sense is what it comes down to. And of course grounded, because it's Pentacles, and Pentacles is very much that earthy kind of energy. So that's why I was saying, for most of you, whatever this struggle and this turmoil and this conflict is, it may not be within. Because I feel like if it was within, you wouldn't, have this sense of confidence and security within yourself. So whatever the conflict and chaos is that's going on, it could be an external situation. So like I said, I think it's going to depend. It's going to vary from person to person, because everybody's struggles are different. It could be a financial struggle. It could be a health struggle. It could be dealing with a family member or a friendship or a coworker. So take it as it resonates. I really feel like this card in particular is going to vary from person to person, simply because we can be the most secure person in the world. We can be having a very blessed season in our lives, but that doesn't mean that we're exempt from troubles. It doesn't mean that we're never going to experience any kind of struggle. So, I feel like whatever this is just kind of like, it's like that hiccup is what it comes down to. Whatever that hiccup is, that may be there during February. You guys also have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's putting in hard work and dedication. As you can see on this card, this unicorn has like this little mallet, this little hammer or whatever, and it's working away. It's like posting these pentacles up on this tree, this pole, whatever it is, but it's hard at work. And I feel like, that's kind of you. You've been hard at work in every way, shape, and form, probably very hard at work on yourself in order to put yourself in this position of having that confidence, having that security. So I feel like, the month of February is just going to be continuing that. It could be hard work on the job, hard work on your health, hard work on your finances, hard work on your relationships, just whatever it is that matters to you is what it comes down to. So it's not going to be a lazy month. It's not going to be a month of sitting around and doing nothing, which makes sense because, Mercury recently went retrograde, Venus, or got out of retrograde, sorry. I'm so used to saying everything's going in retrograde, but it's not. Mercury recently went direct, Venus recently went direct, and all the planets are actually direct now until the end of April. So this is a really good time to get to work, to get things done, to, propel things forward in that forward motion. And you guys also have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is someone who is stable, he's solid, he's reliable, he's the dad, he's the loyal husband, he is, the boss, the hard worker, he's just a good dude. He's an overall good dude is what it comes down to. And so I feel like for most of you, you probably do have someone in your life who reflects that male King of Pentacles type of energy. For most of you, it is most likely a love interest. If it's not a love interest, it could be a different male figure. It could be a brother. It could be a father. It could be a friend, an uncle, however that looks for you. But I do feel like for most of you, this is probably a love interest, that you definitely have a King of Pentacles. So you will most likely be seeing that provider, stable type of energy from your counterpart, from your love interest in the month of February, which is positive. It's all very good. All very good. I've also got a few cards here from Ocean of Emotion. Just because I kind of wanted to tap in to see like what the emotions surrounding the month of February may be for you or others around you that you may be dealing with. And you guys have, sorry, please forgive me. So you may wind up receiving an apology of some sort in the month of February. It could even come from this King of Pentacles. If the struggles maybe have been in the past dealing with your love interest, it could be this King of Pentacles who may be like stepping up and taking responsibility and apologizing for whatever it is that went wrong between you guys, like prior to this month. If it's not your love interest, it could be coming from somewhere else. It still could be coming from wherever this chaotic situation came from. If it was like a coworker that rubbed you the wrong way, or maybe a family member that, said something that they didn't mean or whatever. But I do feel like an apology will be coming in for you at some point in the month of February, kind of at a standpoint of, allowing there to be some justice, allowing there to be some closure in an area where there was difficulty. Probably whatever this Five of Wands is. Foolish. I've made a fool of myself. So once again, I feel like this is connected to the person who's going to be apologizing. I feel like they're going to be apologizing because they realize that they did screw up. They did make a mistake. They kind of made themselves look stupid. Maybe at the time of whatever it was that went wrong between the two of you, maybe they felt like they were doing the right thing and they were looking good and high and mighty and all this other kind of stuff. And, maybe they had to be knocked down a little bit from their pedestal and, kind of brought to their knees in a sense. And, they realized, they were kind of foolish. So hence the apology. That's a good thing. Oh, and this next one is so sweet. like I said, I do feel like for most of you, because I know a lot of you guys do come for the love, and I get it. I really do. And as much as I sit here and I say, I'm not going to do love readings anymore, there's a part of me that is kind of like thinking about maybe doing them again. I don't know. I'm such a mess. I'm so back and forth on it, but most importantly, I want to be here for you guys and in however it is that you guys need it. And I do notice that the love stuff, as much as I would like to run away from it myself, it always seems to come up. And if that's how I need to be here for you guys, that's how I need to be here for you guys. And like I said, you have a apology coming. Someone is sorry. They realize they've made a fool out of themselves. And I do feel like it is that King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles, like I said, he is solid, he is stable, he is steady, he is secure. He's not a man-child. He's not a baby. He takes ownership and he takes responsibility for his messes, and he cleans them up afterwards. And like I said, this apology could be coming from anyone, but I feel like for the majority of you, it is coming from him, because your final Ocean of Emotion card is love. I'm so madly in love with you. So this King of Pentacles, he really does love you. And you're probably going to see someone who, maybe once had like a Peter Pan complex, that didn't want to grow up, that didn't want to take responsibility, that didn't want to take ownership for his actions or his emotions or his lack of actions or his words or whatever it is that went wrong. But I feel like you're going to start to see that change during February. It could be Valentine's Day, for that matter, that triggers this in him. Like he may, kind of get like the romance bug bitten by him or whatever, and be just like, you know what? I do want to be in love. I do want to be vulnerable. I do want this, but I can't do it if, I'm running away from things, and if I'm not, willing to take the risk and being clear in my communications and all these other different things. So I do feel like this person is in love with you, and you're going to see him step up into that King of Pentacles energy, take responsibility, take ownership for his side of the street that he may have messed up in your connection, ask for your forgiveness, and admit where he has been a fool. All right, we also have a few cards here from the Millennial Oracle to see what else may be going on energetically. We have bougie, creating an image of wealth or upper class status, but really not. Finer things in life, upscale. So obviously everyone knows, being bougie is all about, being flashy and all this other kind of stuff. It's kind of like, everyone's trying to keep up with the Kardashians or whatever, wear the newest thing and post the newest things, like try to be like the hottest influencer or whatever. Ironically, I don't feel like this is really going to be you during the month of February, because there's a lot of grounded energy here already with the pentacles and everything. But there could be somebody around you who may kind of be like that during the month of February. That also could be a source of some of the conflict and chaos. It could be a friend or someone that maybe trying to like put up a front, maybe someone trying to like one up you or whatever, just to kind of be aware of that, kind of be on the lookout. I feel like, if you're someone who, watches my videos on a regular basis, then you're probably someone who has quite a good intuition yourself, and you can probably pick up on when someone's being fake and when someone's being phony. So I feel like, if anyone is being fake or phony around you during the month of February, you're going to know about it. Side hustle, making ends meet, self-employment, part-time, hobby, odd job, extra income. So you guys did have the Eight of Pentacles come out earlier, which I mentioned was about hard work. So like I said, I feel like during the month of February, you guys are not going to be lazy. You guys are going to be hard at work. And one of the areas you could be hard at work in is simply making money. Simply getting the job done and, paying down debts if you have debts, investing in your savings account, just making good financial decisions and working hard to make it happen. I especially know that like during these weird times that we've been in, a lot of people have been turning to self-employment and side hustles and that kind of thing. So you may be someone who may be doing that. You may be busy working on building your business during the month of February, which is awesome. Like I said, try not to get too caught up in this, like if this is you at all, in that, because sometimes like when we're in the process of building our business, sometimes, we can maybe want to be a little bit more showy than what we really have going on. And I think that's okay to a certain point, just to let people know, like, hey, you have to advertise yourself. You have to put yourself out there and make yourself look appealing. But also, don't be fake about it, and don't overpromise. Don't promise things that you can't necessarily provide or do just yet. And then we have breadcrumbing, avoiding making any real effort, keeping one's options open, mind games, non-committal. Which is funny because this is kind of like the exact opposite energy of the King of Pentacles and like this apology coming in and, this person who's so in love with you. So if anything, I feel like the breadcrumbing, this is kind of showing like where you guys were coming from. This may have been January or during 2021, whatever it is. But I feel like, if this King of Pentacles, if this is what he was doing to you, he was avoidant, he wouldn't respond to your text messages, he would ghost you, whatever it is. He may give you like one sentence responses or kind of, seem like he's blowing you off or whatever. This is the stuff that is going to end. This is the stuff that's going to start to go away. So I don't see breadcrumbing as a part of February. I see this as like where you've been coming from February, because we have so many other positive things happening. I feel like the breadcrumbing is probably the thing that your person feels stupid about, like they see that they were dumb, and the thing that they are probably apologizing for. We also have a couple of cards here from the Musician's Oracle. And so you guys basically have a couple of musicians here to kind of represent the month of February. And you guys got Johnny Cash. Making the right enemies is as important as making the right friends. Heaven or hell, it's up to you. Darkness is your friend. So with Johnny Cash coming in, I feel like this card is basically saying that, in a way, it's like life is like what you make of it. Because, it says heaven or hell, it's up to you. So it's like, you can make life a dream or you can make life a nightmare. It kind of just depends on your perspective and your perception, Like, if you continue to focus on this breadcrumbing, you're probably going to get more of, like, hellish results on that. But, if you focus on, what you have been doing, just staying in that Nine of Pentacles energy, working really hard, and that kind of thing on yourself or, on your business and that kind of stuff, you're going to start to see your dreams come true, especially if this does involve, like, another person. So life is really what you make of it. And try not to get too wrapped up in any haters. If you do have any haters or people who don't like you, maybe it's the bougie people or whatever in your life. But usually if everyone likes you, that usually means that, I don't want to say that you're doing something wrong, but you're definitely not doing anything right, because it's kind of like no one's really taking notice. But if you're pissing people off, then chances are you are doing something right. So yeah, just keep doing you, and just keep in mind your perspective on things. And you guys also have Patti Smith. Jesus died for somebody's sins, but not yours. Learn to make peace with eternal dissatisfaction. The most powerful form of rebellion is of the spirit. So both of these cards together, like both of these kind of definitely have this they both share like the same kind of vibe of life is what you make of it kind of thing. It's all about perspective. It can be a dream or it can be a nightmare. They both kind of hold that same vibe. Like, obviously, I don't feel like with the Patti Smith card, it's saying, like, oh, you guys need to settle for being dissatisfied with your life. No, I don't feel like that's what it's saying at all. But this card does talk about kind of having this rebellious spirit. It's like being rebellious against the normal. Being rebellious against just like the average, the ordinary. Why do you think so many people are doing side hustles nowadays? Like, that never used to be average or ordinary. And, now that's kind of like the extraordinary thing to do because, the ordinary doesn't necessarily work for people anymore. So yeah, just like I said, keep in mind the perspective. Life can be heaven or hell, a dream or a nightmare. It's all just kind of your perspective. So finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus because, in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, my Father gives you the true bread from heaven. John 6:32. So when Jesus is talking about, you receiving the bread from heaven, basically, he's not talking about literal bread, but, the bread is basically like your spiritual nutrition. It's like being spiritually fed is what it comes down to. And, that's basically saying that God, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, we're always receiving downloads. We're always receiving information. He's always giving us hints and clues, and he's always speaking to us, and he's always giving us messages, and he's always trying to give us a way to be fed in a healthy way where we feel whole spiritually is what it comes down to. Spirit is always trying to connect with us. So always remember that because we need that. If we don't like spiritually fill up, if we're not getting spiritually fed, we're basically going to walk around being famished, and then there's not too much else that we're really going to be able to, that we're really not going to be able to accomplish and fulfill in our lives. We're going to feel very unfulfilled. So it starts from filling yourself from within spiritually. So that's basically what I see going on for you guys for the month of February. Hopefully this message resonated and made sense for you. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple small emoji. And if you guys could also please give this video a big thumbs up, that definitely makes a huge difference for me. And, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And that way then you guys, you'll know when future videos are on the way, when I go live, all that good stuff. As I said at the start of this video, private readings are open and available too. So information for that, as well as ways to contact me, my email, my socials, all that good stuff is down below. So you are welcome to all of that. And that's basically it. So I hope you guys have a very wonderful February and a very happy Valentine's Day, if I don't get the chance to say that to you before then. So I definitely wish that for you guys as well. And I want to thank you guys for stopping on by and hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the deep, dark pink heart with the flowers on it, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for February of 2022. All right, we're going to set our little, hopefully set our little heart there. It's a little crooked, but it's still there. That's all that matters. All right, we're going to start off here with your tarot cards from the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and just lay these guys down here, and then we're going to see exactly how they connect and correlate to one another so we can find out what you guys need to know. Ooh, this is exciting right off the bat, especially for February with Valentine's Day. So we have the Lovers coming through. Ooh, I can't wait to see what else you guys got. The Chariot. Oh, this is good stuff. Good, good, good. The High Priestess. And the King of Swords. All right, so we're going to start with your King of Swords here. And the King of Swords, he can kind of have a negative persona from a perspective of sometimes he is interpreted as being somewhat of an ice king, simply because he's not one of the more cuddly kings. You know, he's not like the King of Cups who's all emotional. He's not like the King of Wands who's like full of passion and everything. But the King of Swords is very truthful. He's very truthful. He's very honest. He definitely is a king of thoughts, I guess you could say. But because he's not like big on like the passion or the emotions, sometimes he doesn't really have a filter in his delivery of what he has to say. So sometimes it can come across kind of cold, kind of scathing. It can come across kind of blunt. That doesn't mean that he doesn't care. That doesn't mean that, you know, he doesn't have any love or any of those kinds of things. It's just his delivery is what it comes down to. So you could be dealing with a guy who is somewhat like that. You know, the swords also represent the air signs. So you could be dealing with someone who's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they could simply have those placements somewhere in their chart. It could be their rising sign, their moon sign, you know, whatever. So, yeah. So you got the King of Swords here. So I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with on a romantic level is definitely somewhere in those characteristics when it comes to the King of Swords. And, you know, we had some romance coming through for pile one, and it seems like we got some romance coming through for you guys too, which is very exciting. You guys also have the High Priestess. So I feel like during the month of February, you will probably be in your High Priestess mode. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the High Priestess, she's highly intuitive. She's very gifted. She knows exactly what is going on with everybody else. But she's also very mysterious. She doesn't really allude or to, you know, let people know in necessarily on what's going on with her. She's a little secretive and she's a little mysterious. But just because people don't know what's going on with her doesn't mean she doesn't know what's going on with everybody else. So I feel like that's kind of, you know, where you have been and where you may be during the month of February. So, you could be kind of keeping up this mystery in a sense, dealing with things during February, which if you are continuing that mystery, I'm sure that's going to make your King of Swords here very, very curious because, you know, he is quite a bit of a thinker and you will probably get him thinking a lot. Probably thinking, what's going on with you? What's happening? You may even, you know, push him a little bit into overthinking ground because of that. But if you do, it could wind up putting him into the position of getting into his chariot and coming forward towards you during the month of February. And this is pretty important because just recently, Mercury went direct. Not long before that, Venus went direct. And like literally all of the planets right now are direct. We don't have a single planet in retrograde, which means it's kind of like all the planets collectively have gotten together and gotten into the chariot. So that's kind of what it's like right now. And it's going to be like that until the end of May, basically. So right now is the time to get things done. it is the time to do things. It is the time to manifest things, and to just be go, go, go. It's kind of like, think about it. If you were like sitting in traffic, it's like you got nothing but green lights right now. It's green light after green light after green light after green light, and it's going to be like that until the end of April. So right now, if you want to get somewhere, now is the time to put the pedal to the metal and go. So I feel like this is, like I said, this is the time to get things done. You could be getting in your chariot to get certain things done that you want to get done, and your King of Swords could also be getting into his chariot to come towards you during this time as well, with, like I said, all these planets going direct. And like I said, I do feel like this King of Swords is going to be getting into his chariot coming towards you, because we have the Lovers. And the Lovers is, of course, like that perfect pairing. It's partnership. It's coming together. It's just like this beautiful energy of love. And when I look at the Lovers, I also think of kind of like the Holy Trinity with this card, in a sense, like Father, Son, Holy Ghost, because not only do you have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, but then you have this big unicorn up here, which is basically God, its spirit, its source. And, that's ultimately what makes this connection holy. It's what makes this connection spiritual. It's what makes this connection way beyond just flesh and blood, basically. So it's like, it's not just you and this other person, but it's you and this other person and God coming together as one, which is a beautiful thing. So, if you feel like you've been stuck and things have been stagnant and things haven't been happening, you're going to see things take off in February. And I know that may seem kind of like, whoa, unbelievable, outrageous, like what? But this is good stuff. And pile one was a little bit different from you guys in terms of the tarot cards, but they got one of the other kings, and they got similar stuff about, things changing and moving in a positive direction as well. So I do feel like there's something in the air collectively as a whole, probably regardless of what pile you pick. And like I said, I feel like a lot of this has to do with those planets going direct. It's changing things. It's making things for the better. I also have some cards here for you guys from Ocean of Emotion, because I just want to basically tap in to the emotions that you may be feeling, that you may be experiencing during February, or possibly what those around you may be feeling or experiencing during February. So you guys got week, I'm about to break. So there is a lot of good stuff going on here, but that doesn't mean that, life doesn't go without any struggles, that life doesn't go without any problems. Problems still may arise in some area of your life. Even if it's not the love situation, this could be in regards to money, it could be in regards to a family member, a friend, it could be in regards to a work situation. So take it where it resonates, but there could be an area in your life where you could be experiencing some stress and some pressure, where you may feel like you're ready to just break down, basically, during the month of February. So that there is a potential where that could happen, which once again, it very much so is a similar type of energy as pile one. So if you are kind of like back and forth between pile one and pile two, you may want to check out pile one as well, because there's similarities here that I'm noticing. Because pile one had some struggles as well, and this one may be yours. And we have anger. There's a burning rage inside of me. So because of this situation here, whatever it is that could be stressing you out during the month of February, like your way of handling it could be going to a place of feeling angry. And it's okay to get angry. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. We have the whole array of emotions for a reason, from anger to sadness to happiness to excitement to being scared to all kinds of different things. We have those emotions for a reason. Just try not to stay there. It's okay to embrace it, feel it, and then release it. Let it go and find a way to cope with it and resolve it. So Like I said, there could be some things that may pop up in the month of February that could be a little triggering, that could make you want to fall apart a little bit, that could bring you into an angry place. Like I said, I don't feel like it's connected to the love thing, because the love thing over here is looking like really good. So I feel like whatever this is, it's probably a different area in life, because, you know, love is not everything in life. You know, our lives are multifaceted. We have many different things going on in our lives. So this easily could be some other area that may not be as happy or successful during February as your love life could be. Then we have intuitive, and trust your inner knowing. So this card is really important in both the good and the bad stuff, because bottom line is, like, nobody knows what's best for you better than you. So, you know, if something is going really good, like with the love thing here, you're going to know it. You're going to know whether you should trust it or not. If something is breaking you down on the inside and not going so well, and you know it needs to be dealt with differently, trust what you're being told, even when it comes to the negative stuff, even when it comes to the hard stuff, you know? And it's just like, you can come here and you can listen to this reading. You can listen to all 4 piles if you want to. And if none of them resonate with you, that's okay, because at the end of the day, your intuition is way stronger and way more powerful than any reading that I could give you or anybody else. You know, because we all have this ability inside of us. We all have like this psychic muscle, in a sense, inside of us. But the thing is, like, unlike physical muscles, we can't see it. It's spiritual. It's hidden. But the more you work it, the more you're going to understand it, the more attuned to it you're going to be, the stronger that muscle is going to get. So trust that intuition, you know, trust your gut. And basically the best way that I can give you guys advice on how to know what that is, know how that feels like, is trust what gives you peace. Because if something is making you upset, if you're losing your peace about it, then that's not for you. But if it brings you peace, then you know it's right. And try not to get peace confused with like happiness or excitement or joy, because peace doesn't always necessarily mean peace or joy. Sometimes we may have to do something very, very hard, but we can still have peace about it, knowing that it's the right thing. Sometimes having peace about something can also come with the happiness and the joy and the excitement. It just depends on the situation. It depends on what the circumstances are. But the most important way to discern what is for you and what is not for you is following what gives you peace. There won't be any upset. There won't be any turmoil. You know, there won't be any of that like nagging, horrible feeling is what it comes down to. You will have peace. So like I said, follow your peace. Follow what gives you peace. That is the best thing I can tell you guys to do when it comes to intuition. Okay, we also have a few cards here from the Millennial Oracle for you guys. And we have Squad. A clique of friends, be a team player, close friend, a group, friends, soul tribe. So during the month of February, you guys may be spending some time with your friends, your soul family, basically. So that's always a good thing. I don't feel like there's too much more to say dealing with that card other than that. You know, friends are good. A soul family is good. So I feel like you guys have a good group of people who support you and understand you and encourage you. So you're probably just going to be spending time with them on some level, some way, shape, or form during the month of February. You know, if not seeing each other face to face, you'll probably be connecting in some way. There will probably be some form of communication going on that will be of value, that will be of importance to you and to them. We also have trolls. Intentionally upsetting you, trying to get a reaction, disruption, arguments, petty. So with this card coming out, this could be an indication of what may be making you weak and what may be bringing you some anger and upset during the month of February. So, trolls, especially trolls, this is usually like an internet indicator, basically. Like, obviously, on the picture here of this card, it's like an Instagram profile or whatever. And, that's usually what trolls are known for. Trolls are also usually known for being anonymous. They're usually not somebody that you know personally. They're usually just these random, anonymous faces, these unknowns on the internet. They don't want to be identified, they don't want to be called out. These people usually say mean things and they act negative and they put you down and all these other things, not because of anything dealing with you, but because there is something wrong within themselves. They are unhappy within themselves, and unfortunately, they don't have healthy coping mechanisms, healthy ways to cope with, their own problems and their own issues, that this is the way that they deal with it, which is not right, obviously. It's sad and unfortunate, and these are probably people who probably are broken and probably need a lot of love, if anything. But that doesn't mean that it's not upsetting when they do what they do, obviously. The best thing you can do if you do experience any trolls, any haters, any, unnecessary drama, basically, during the month of February, is to ignore it. Do not engage with it. Do not feed the fire, because when you do that, you're giving them exactly what they want, which is more attention. So don't do that. And like I said, I feel like if anything, this is probably something you're going to have to trust your intuition on. Don't let them get to you and make you feel like you're about to break. It's okay to, be angry, feel your emotions on it, but don't hold on to it. And I feel like with your squad here, I feel like your squad, your friends, your soul tribe, they're going to be there for you, and they're going to be your support as you get through that during the month of February. So, remember the people who are there for you, the people who do love you, the people who do support you. Those are the people who deserve your time and your attention, not the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. And we have Insta-famous. Many look up to you. Public recognition, the spotlight, famous, popular Instagram fame, which is funny. We have Instagram fame, and then on trolls, it kind of looks like Instagram here on the card. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, if you are experiencing haters, if you are experiencing trolls during the month of February, it's probably because, I don't want to say you're indefinitely an influencer, but you could be. You could be an online influencer. It could be through Instagram. It could be through TikTok. It could be through right here on YouTube. However it may look. And even if you're not like Insta famous, even if you're not a social media influencer, you could be simply someone who is of high influence in whatever area of life that you simply have, in whatever your sphere of influence is. Maybe you're someone who is like in management position or something like that in work. Like maybe you're the boss. You don't even necessarily have to be someone who has a particular title. It could even just be in the way you carry yourself. Like sometimes we don't even realize that we carry ourselves in a particular way that could be triggering to someone who doesn't feel as secure or as confident as we do. So, even if you don't have like tons of followers or tons of recognition, you easily could. I feel like you're someone who could be in that position, or you may be in that position in the future. But bottom line is, I feel like you're someone who is very confident, you're very secure in yourself. And because you're confident, because you're secure, because you know who you are, because you love yourself in a healthy way, because of those things, it puts you in the position to be insta famous, basically, to be an influencer in whatever your sphere of influence is. It's kind of, that high priestess kind of energy in a sense. And that's going to be intimidating to people who don't know who they are, who feel insecure, who feel unworthy, who feel unloved. And that's sad and that's unfortunate. And those people should not feel that way about themselves, obviously. But like I said, it's a coping mechanism. So try not to let those trolls get to you. Remember who you are in your own strength and your own star power, basically, because you got it. And you have people who are supportive and encouraging you around you during this time, whether it's your friends or, even your King of Swords here. I'm sure he'd probably have some scathing comments to say to those trolls too. We also have a couple of cards here from the Musician's Oracle. So we're going to see what musicians type of energy may be coming in for you guys during February. So you guys have Maria Callas. Compromise is the enemy of perfection. Befriend your inner serpent. You cannot survive on sensation alone. So with you cannot survive on sensation alone, I feel like for some of you, for those of you who may already be in that influencer kind of category, I feel like for some of you, it could be really easy in a sense to just kind of ride on the coattails of, whatever drama pops up here or whatever to, in a sense, propel your image further. But, don't do that. That's probably not recommended in the end. But with befriend your inner serpent, I really kind of get the vibe of befriend the parts of yourself that you don't necessarily like. And I feel like as a whole, like I said, I feel like you are overall a secure person, someone who loves themselves and everything. But that doesn't mean that we love every part of ourselves. For myself, I can be very impatient, and my impatience usually gets the best of me sometimes, and that's a part of myself that I don't necessarily like. But I still need to love every part of myself, even that impatient part. So there may be parts of you that, you may be like, I don't necessarily like that quality about myself, but, try to love even the parts that are not as typically lovable. And you guys also got Frank Sinatra. Everyone looks up to the guy behind the guy. Fly yourself to the moon of your choice. You can only get one shot at life, so aim high. So I feel like you guys, pretty much know already to go for your goals, go for your dreams. Yeah, we may be here for many different lifetimes, but the current lifetime that we're in, we're only going to live it once. So it's you might as well go for the gold, go for the stars, go for your dreams, that kind of thing. I feel like you guys already do that. Frank Sinatra was obviously very loved, very well revered. Just like I feel like you guys very much so are. I'm sure back in his day, he probably had some trolls and stuff too, but bottom line is, he had a good group of a squad behind him as well. And, that's kind of the price that comes with being insta-famous in a sense. All right, so finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus because, in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got pray always. Luke 21:36. So very sweet, very simple, very to the point. Pray always. And prayer ultimately is simply communication with spirit. It's communication with source, the universe, God, however you want to put it. It's that communication. It's, us going to spirit and sharing our heart and sharing our desires and, sharing our and also sharing what we're grateful for, our gratitude as well. And then it's also, prayer is communication. It's not just putting a petition list here of, oh, here's my wish list, Santa, grant me my wish list. It's not just that. It's conversation, no different than you would have with anybody else. It's also about receiving messages from Spirit. So, just always stay in that frame of mind of prayer. Pray like your life depends on it. Pray like you're breathing, basically. And the more you do that, the more you'll have a better understanding of life and how to go about it. And it will strengthen that intuition every step of the way in every area of your life, and you will be okay. So that's basically what I see going on for you guys for the month of February. If this message made sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. And also, if you guys could please give this video a big thumbs up, that definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way, and also whenever I go live. And like I said at the start of this video, you guys, private readings are open and available as well. So if you're interested in one of those, all the information that you need for that is down in the description box below. And, ways to contact me, my email, all that good stuff, it's all there. And, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a beautiful and wonderful February and a very happy Valentine's Day, if I don't get the chance to wish that to you guys again at another point. So I definitely wish that for you guys. But I want to thank you for stopping by and hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the Rue 21 Rue Rocks perfume, the little heart-shaped bottle, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for February of 2022. All right, so we're going to start off here with your Crystal Unicorn Tarot cards. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay these guys down right here, and then we'll see exactly how they correlate with one another, what it is that is going to unfold for you guys. We have the Emperor. Ooh, that's a good one. I swear, you guys are all like coming out with good cards right out the bat. Every single pile so far. This is very exciting. The Sun, the Hermit, and the Moon. All right, so we're going to start off here with the Hermit card. So the Hermit card, I feel like, is where you guys have been. It's like where you may be even right now at the beginning of February. So the Hermit basically goes within, and it's a very internal type of feeling. It's very internalized. It's someone who's not doing a lot of external type of work. It's someone who's just going within and spending time with themselves, maybe spending a lot of time in prayer, in meditation, focusing on self, that kind of thing. So I feel like this is kind of where you guys have been, and maybe where you are like right now at the start of February, which makes a lot of sense. I feel like for a lot of us, 2022 did not have a very smooth start to it. It was kind of rocky. I feel like in a lot of ways, January of 2022 was just kind of like a continuation of 2021. It's like it was just like continuing the mess, I guess you could say. It didn't really feel like a clean slate. It didn't really feel like a real start. And a lot of the reasons why was what was going on planetarily. Because planetarily, Venus was in retrograde, Mercury was in retrograde, things were just kind of a mess. But recently, Venus went direct, and Mercury also went direct. And because of that, all of the planets now are direct. And this is major and this is huge. It doesn't really happen all that often. And now that the planets are all direct, it basically puts things very much so in a good position to just move forward with all things in life, to take action, to start, moving forward, start doing things, start taking action steps, start manifesting things, start getting things done, basically. And we're going to be in this type of energy from now until like the end of April, because nothing goes in retrograde again until the very tail end of April. So, now it's going to be a really productive, good time to flourish, basically. So I feel like a lot of us are coming out of this hermit energy so we can move forward. So I feel like, you're going to be coming out of that hermit, basically, in the month of February. And this is really exciting because you guys have both the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon are a pair in the sense because the sun represents masculine energy and the moon represents feminine energy. So I feel like within yourself during the month of February, you will probably be very balanced between your feminine and masculine energy, which is beautiful. And if you have a divine counterpart, if you have a love interest, which I feel like most of you probably do, I feel like this is also an indication of your energies balancing out between you and your counterpart, between you and your person. It's like the coming together of the masculine and the feminine, basically, which once again is a beautiful energy. The feminine with the moon is usually much more so about secrets. It's about the hidden. It's about the unseen. And the sun energy is very much about revealing what is unseen, pretty much. It's about truths. It's about truths being exposed and truths being revealed. So when these two things come out together, they really kind of balance one another out, is what it comes down to. So I feel like there's going to be this very balanced energy for you internally and in your partnerships during the month of February. So it's a very, very beautiful energy and something that has probably been very much so needed and something you've probably learned about during the time of being in that hermit space and time and energy in order to bring about this more balanced energy moving forward in February when all these planets are going direct. And you guys have the Emperor, which is super exciting because the Emperor, he is the embodiment of all the kings. He is the King of Wands, Swords, Pentacles, and Cups, all rolled up into one dude. So he brings the passion, he brings the ideas, he brings the emotions, he brings the stability, he brings it all. He's the dude who has everything together. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, when it comes to your love interest, when it comes to your person, you are attracting in and you are drawing in your Emperor in the month of February, the month of love, the month of Valentine's Day, which is so exciting. Like, I am so excited for you guys. Like, I've legit been excited for every single pile because every single pile is attracting in like super awesome, amazing love. Like, there hasn't been anything negative dealing with love for any pile yet. So that's how I know, like, things are turning around for people. Things are changing. Like, there's a shift within the collective. It is 2022. Like, this is the year of partnership. Twin flames are going to be uniting. Twin flames are going to be coming together. And this is just proof of it. This is evidence. And then you add that planetary evidence on top of it too, with things being direct, with things being in that forward motion. There's forward motion happening here in your love life with an emperor. An emperor is not like some silly little boy who basically ghosts and doesn't respond to your texts or any of those kinds of things. This is a man. This is someone who mans up and takes responsibility and pursues and protects and provides and does all those things that you ultimately deserve. So I feel like that's coming in for you. That is definitely coming in for you in the month of February. So yay, that is super cool. I also have some cards here for you guys from the Ocean of Emotion, because I figured it would be good to tap into what may be going on emotionally for you guys, if not just for you, also to kind of see what may be going on emotionally dealing with the people around you. So let's just, kind of get an emotional tap in here on what's happening in February. So you guys have strength. Your strength inspires me. So I feel like, once again, going back to this Emperor, I feel like, you just being you being the amazing, beautiful person that you are, you have given this person more strength and more inspiration than you could possibly ever imagine or possibly even realize. And, think about it. Like, if this person, if this Emperor, if he gives you strength and he inspires you, and, maybe he has, in a sense, been the catalyst for you to work on yourself and to make yourself a better person, and, to really work on your own spiritual health and wellness, then chances are, if he's pushed you to do that for yourself, then you have likely pushed him to do the same thing for himself. So I feel like you guys both give one another strength. You guys both inspire one another, which brings so much joy and so much freedom. I mean, look on the card, this girl's like jumping for joy. There's like a chain here, but it looks like, any chains that would be considered burdens are being broken. There's the sun shining here, sun, just radiating all this joy. You guys got the sun card. So, it's a very happy, uplifting type of feeling. So that's super exciting. You guys also have choices. I don't know which path to take. So there may be some decisions that need to be made during the month of February. It could be dealing with your love situation. It could be like, are we going to take this to the next level? Are we going to, make a commitment to one another? It could be that kind of thing. But it could also be choices in other areas of life too. It doesn't necessarily have to be just in love. Because this is like a general reading for the month. It's not love specific. So it could be choices with other things in your life too. It could be choices in your career, with money, with a family member, in a friend situation. It could be choices on, if you're thinking of relocating or moving or something like that. So, there could just simply be a situation in your life in some area in the month of February where you may have to, weigh your different options, think of the different choices that are in front of you, that kind of thing, which is no big deal. I think it depends on the size of the situation, the context of what that's in regards to. But for some of you guys, you may have to, make some decisions on some important matters during the month of February. And we have hostile. I don't want to play this game with you anymore. So I don't think anything is actually going to be hostile in the month of February. But what I pick up more so from this card is it does say, I don't want to play this game with you anymore. So I feel like, once again, going back to this Emperor here, if in the past you were dealing with someone who was playing games with you, or maybe they were hot and cold, they were on, they were off, kind of a thing, I feel like you're going to see an end to that. You're going to see an end to that type of hostility. You're going to see an end to the games. You're going to see an end to the ghosting. You're going to see an end to the hot and the cold and the on and the off and the ups and the downs and the lefts and the rights, and you don't know, what's going to happen from one day to another. You're going to see an end to that, because I feel like, they're done with that. They're over that, especially if they are the Emperor now. They've grown out of that. It's like they're an adult now. They're grown up. It's little boys, it's kids, it's children who play those types of games. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who has grown up, who has matured. If you guys have been in separation, I feel like a lot of that growth happened during that time, likely as it probably did for you as well. But I do feel like it has led this person to a place of no longer wanting to participate in those games. Because, you know, a lot of the times, especially when it comes down to dating, that's what people do. They just play games. It's like the whole, oh, well, I'm not going to text them. They have to text me, blah, 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 blah. Like, you have to wait X amount of days or X amount of hours before you can say anything. And if you do say something, you have to say it this way and blah, blah, blah. And it's stupid. It's stupid is what it comes down to. Because when people are doing that, no one is actually speaking from their heart. No one is actually being vulnerable. And it's just problematic when that happens. But I feel like, you know, you're at a place in time in your life where you want to be vulnerable, you want to be authentic, you want to be real, you're done with the games, so are they. So that's a good thing. You guys are on the same page when it comes to that. We also have a few cards here from the Millennial Oracle. And you guys have POV, point of view. Try a different approach. Change your outlook. Opinions, point of view, perspective. So yeah, point of view is basically just that. It's your perspective. So I do feel like your point of view, your perspective probably has changed a lot already. Because, you know, like I said, the Hermit card is here, and that's usually what happens when we're in Hermit mode, when we're kind of just like, you know, internalizing things and we're spending time on our own. It is a time where our perspectives basically change and we really see things from a different place. So I feel like you guys are already in that place. You guys have already been doing that. And I feel like, you know, your perspectives, your points of views, all that kind of stuff, it's been going into a positive direction. It's been changing into a healthy direction in a way that's going to help you. You know, even just looking at this picture, you know, the guy sitting at the end of the dock here, looking out to the water and to the mountains, it's very peaceful. And I feel like ultimately that's where you guys are at. That's kind of like where this time has led you. It's led you to a time of peace, that this time of reflection has been very helpful for you. And we have spiritualist, searching for meaning in life, discovering the magic around you, manifestation, the spirit realm, which totally lines up with, you know, when you're sitting on the dock of the bay, basically. It's a beautiful time to be able to connect with spirit, to connect with source, you know, especially when we are out in nature. You know, we were designed to be in nature. We weren't necessarily designed to be in skyscrapers and planes and trains and automobiles and all this other stuff. We were designed to be in nature. We were designed to be on the beaches and in the fields and in the mountains and, you know, all that. We were designed to be connected with that, to be connected with the animals and everything else. And I really feel like you guys have been doing that already, and that you yourself have become more spiritual. And I don't mean that in like a woo-woo kind of way, like you're totally like out in left field where it's like no one can connect to you and no one can relate to you now. No, but I feel like you just have like a stronger grasp on like the depths of life, you know, like you think on a deeper level. It's not shallow, it's not superficial, that you've definitely like taken your mentality more so into the deep end of life. And we have goals, wanting what someone else has, what you're trying to attain, subtly expressing jealousy. So ironically, I don't like really get like a jealous vibe from this card. I know it's talking about jealousy and wanting what somebody else has, but the biggest thing that I see coming from this card is it is talking about goals And obviously, if you look at this picture here, we have a light bulb, and we have all these ideas springing up from this light bulb. So I don't feel like you are going to be in a jealous mind frame or anything like that during February, but I do feel like you're going to have a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas and a lot of just like new goals that you're going to want to go after coming out of this new perspective and getting into a deeper place, coming out of that hermit mode basically. And it's pretty much put a new drive and a new ambition in you. It's put like this new gas into your tank to, be ready to go and attain new goals and new dreams. And these aren't empty dreams. These aren't dreams that are shallow or superficial. These are dreams that are real and deep and meaningful and impactful and positive for your life and for others around you, basically. So I feel like you're kind of starting this new chapter in February, a new chapter, in love, dealing with your person, but also for yourself personally. These goals could be pertained to your work. You may start like a new side gig or something like that, like kind of become like an entrepreneur of some kind. Or it could be dealing with just like your own health, your own fitness, your own wealth. It could be in a lot of different ways, but I feel like regardless of what it is, it's something deep, it's something meaningful, it's something that has impact and inspiration for yourself and for others. We also have a couple of cards here from the Musician's Oracle. And you guys got for your musicians in February, we have John Cage. Don't fall in love with your first idea. Surrender to chance. All great art contains at its center contemplation. Sorry about that. I need a quick drink. I got something in my throat. That was weird. It was like something like totally just got stuck in my throat there. Okay. I'm still here. Hopefully we can continue on. Anyways, well, don't fall in love with your first idea. Surrender to chance. I feel like that's something that you guys have really been learning about through that hermit mode, through changing your perspectives and, coming to this deeper place, basically. I feel like it's taught you to be open to many different ideas, to not be like fixed in your ways, to not be like fixed into one way of thinking. That basically surrender is not easy. It's not easy in any area of your life, but I feel like you guys have learned a lot about what it means to surrender and how beneficial it can actually be in our lives and how it can bring you peace and it can bring you ultimately your dreams coming true. So I feel like that's something that you guys have really been learning. That is, you're going to start to see like the outcomes of that, the results of that during February. And you guys have Nina Simone. Never trust cures from the system that made you sick. When love is no longer on the menu, don't eat. There is nothing more beautiful than speaking truth to power. So, once again, coming out of that hermit mode, with your new perspectives and everything, I feel like you guys are learning the value of how important it is to speak your truth. That you've kind of probably learned what your truth really is for yourself. And, now coming into February, now is the time to really step up and start to vocalize that and express that and share that with others. That's not meant to just only stay with you. It's meant to be expressed. And with never trust cures from a system that made you sick, that really kind of makes me think of the way the world is right now, because, the system is messed up. The system is really screwed up. And it's set people up in a lot of ways for failure, whether it's financially, in our careers, or in our healthcare system, or, whatever it is of how that looks like. And I feel like a lot of people are learning that in order to change the system, you kind of have to break out of it. You have to do something new. You have to do something different. And I feel like that's something that you've really learned during your hermit season. And now coming out of that, once again, it's a time to, really step out, speak your truth, start taking actions, start doing things from that time that you have spent within, and start turning that outward to make a difference and to make a change in the world. Because we can go into hermit mode all we want, and we can learn and we can grow, and that's beautiful. But we're meant to take what we learn, and we're meant to take what it is that we grow with, and we're meant to share that with the world and share that with others. Because if we didn't, that'll be kind of sad. And other people need that. Other people need your love and your inspiration and your hope and your enlightened ideas. So, don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to share those truths. Finally, we have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, "Forgive and you shall be forgiven." Luke 6:37. So that's always a beautiful card. It is a card about forgiveness, obviously. Forgiveness can be a tricky thing, obviously, if somebody has hurt you. But, holding on to bitterness and resentment, it never does anyone any good on either side of the coin. It's like holding on to that, holding on to a grudge is really like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It just doesn't work. So it's just better to forgive. And, just because you forgive somebody, it doesn't mean you have to reconcile with that person. It doesn't mean that person has to be in your life again. You can choose to put up those boundaries and say, "I forgive you, but I want to forget you." You can choose to do that. You can also choose to reconcile if that's what's truly on your heart. There is no right or wrong answer, but the most important ingredient, either way, whether you continue a connection with that person or not, is to forgive them. And you do that ultimately for yourself. So give yourself the gift of forgiveness. So that's basically what I have for you guys for the month of February. Hopefully that message resonated and made sense. If the message didn't flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So that way then you are notified anytime I post a new video or anytime I go live. And like I said at the beginning of this video, you guys, I am open and available for private readings. So if you are interested in a private reading, my information is down below on how to go about that, what I'm offering, my email information, ways to contact me, my socials, all that good stuff is down there. And I just want to wish you guys a very happy and very wonderful February, and of course a very happy Valentine's Day, if I don't get the chance to wish you that anytime before Valentine's Day aside from now. And I just want to thank you guys for stopping on by and hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me, so keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the Love Potion bottle, then this is going to be your February 2022 reading to find out what is in store for you February of 2022. All right, we're going to put our little love potion over here and get started. All right, so let's see. We're going to start off with your tarot cards from the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these guys down here, and then we'll see exactly how they all connect, how they all correlate, and are put together for you guys and what you need to know. So you guys have the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So we're going to start off here with your Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is basically a card of rest. It is a card of much needed rest and relaxation. As you can see on this card, this unicorn is laying down, resting. 3 swords are up here, and 1 sword is laying down in front of this unicorn. So basically it's like, this unicorn is like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of, just like constantly being at a battle, basically. I'm going to lay my sword down and just chill. So I feel like that's kind of where you guys are at for the month of February. Maybe leading up to this time, you guys have felt like you're in a constant battle. Like it's like a constant uphill battle. There's always like a new fight, a new problem, a new obstacle, a new something to overcome. And I feel like you guys are kind of at the point where you're just ready to surrender. And you're like, you know what? All these fights, all these obstacles, all these problems are just petty in the long run. And there's not much I can do about it anyways. So I might as well just chill out and relax and just let the universe be in the driver's seat here. And I'm just gonna kick back. It's not like a card of giving up. You're not giving up. You're just resting is what it comes down to. You're just resting. You're kind of like rejuvenating yourself. So you could be doing this during the month of February, which is totally cool. And with the Hierophant here, the Hierophant is someone who has very strong spiritual beliefs, very strong kind of like religious beliefs too, for that matter. So you could kind of be tapping into this Hierophant type of energy by resting, pretty much, by having this act of surrender. It could be putting you into a more spiritual position yourself. Now, interestingly, you guys have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who he's coming along. He's coming along, but he's very slow, is what it comes down to. Whenever I see the Knight of Pentacles, I always think of slow and steady wins the race. It's very much like the tortoise energy from the tortoise and the hare. Unlike the hare, he does not spring to it. He is slow, but he does always cross the finish line. He does always make it to the very end. He may be slow, he may take his time, but like I said, slow and steady wins the race. He does always cross that finish line. So I feel like in the month of February, there's somebody that is on their way to you. They may be kind of slow. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race. And you may have already been dealing with this person for quite some time, especially with that Knight of Pentacles energy. Most likely you have. Most likely this is someone you've probably been waiting on to get to that finish line for a while. But I do feel like they are going to cross that finish line and they are going to make it, because you also have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is somebody who brings along a genuine, real, and authentic offer. It's tangible because it's a pentacle. It's not something that's just, like lofty in the air. It's not like some idea or some thought. It's not something that's like an abstract concept. It is something that is physically tangible. So this would be like somebody, very slowly coming along and taking their time, But when they get there, when they do arrive, they're going to offer you something. This could be somebody who offers to take you out on a date, someone who offers and opens up the door to say, hey, like, let's actually take this to the next level and be committed to one another. It's something like that. And I know for a lot of you guys, love is typically on your mind. Love is typically the question here. Now, this also could be like, it could be something else. It could be like a job offer that's made to you as well. But I feel like for most of you, this will probably most likely be a love situation, just someone who has really been slow and really like tested your patience pretty much, and they're finally going to come along in the month of February and make an offer to like actually take this forward, to actually move things forward. And I've told every single group so far, because every single group has had overall like very positive energy when it comes to love, and I can understand why, because we're in 2022. 2022 is kind of this year dealing with partnership, being a 6 number for a year. And when we started 2022, we had a lot of things going on in retrograde. Venus and Mercury were retrograde, but they both recently just went direct. And all the planets now are direct, and they're going to be direct until at least the end of April. So now is a time to really like manifest things and get things done, accomplish stuff, do the things that you want to do, say the things that you want to say, not put things off anymore, take those action steps. So I feel like, especially when it comes to like love and relationships and that kind of thing and twin flames, people are going to start to see like all of a sudden acceleration in their connections, where it was like there was nothing happening before. I feel like that's going to change, and things are going to, accelerate, and probably like accelerate suddenly and out of nowhere, and it's going to take people by surprise. And if you're watching this right now and your person has been, like the Knight of Pentacles here, like super slow and stuff, you're probably like, there's no way he's going to suddenly pick up the pace. But I feel like you're going to be surprised. Like, there's going to be some surprises coming up here, finishing off the winter time and heading into spring. So yeah, take advantage of these planetary transits, because there's definitely some interesting stuff happening lately, you guys. We also have some cards here from the Ocean of Emotion for you guys, because I wanted to tap in and see like what may be happening for you guys emotionally, like for your emotions, for people around you and their emotions. So let's find out. Loyalty, forever yours. Oh, I love this card. It's so sweet, so cute. So I do feel like for you guys, like I said, your Knight of Pentacles, he's going to be making that authentic, genuine offer for you because he is loyal. He's only slow and steady because his heart 110% does belong to you. It doesn't belong to anyone else, loyal and as steady as a dog, basically, for you guys. So I feel like that's just confirmation there when it comes to the love connection. It is loyal, it is genuine, it is true. You don't need to doubt it. You don't need to second guess it. Even if it's been slow on the pickup here, you're going to start to see that loyalty really come through starting very soon. I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart broken. So I feel like the reason why your person has been as slow as they have been, the reason why they've been that Nine of Pentacles, is simply because they've been in pain. They've had this shattered heart. And it probably wasn't even because of you. It could have been because of people who came into their life before you. It could have been, like their family relationships, other trauma that they've been through. But they could simply have had a broken heart. And because of that, they may not have necessarily been very trusting when it comes to love. They may have seen way too many examples or lived too many situations where love has been a negative thing, not a positive thing. So it hasn't necessarily been a motivation for them to actually pick up the pace. But I feel like during this time, they've been healing their heart. They've been healing their broken heart. And that it may not even be just you who has been at rest, but it could be them as well. They may have been at rest as well, kind of putting down their sword of defense, basically, when it comes to love, and surrendering that and saying, you know what? Like, living with these defenses up, living with these walls up, that doesn't help either. That's just as painful, but it's painful in a different way. It keeps love out, and that doesn't feel good either. So I feel like they're learning to, bring the walls down, put their sword down, let things rest a little bit so they can heal that broken heart, because they do feel that loyalty towards you. They do want to pick up the pace and come to you and, actually start something here, have something actually happen in the physical world, in the material sense. And they want that not only because they feel loyal to you, but also because they feel inspired by you. Your light illuminates my mind and soul. So this person is inspired by you. Just you, being who you are, and probably in ways that you don't even realize, is probably very healing to them. So you just need to keep sparkling, keep shining, keep radiating, keep being the amazing person you are, full of hope, full of love, full of joy, full of compassion. Keep doing those things, because it makes a difference. Even if you don't feel like it does, it does. Always remember that even if it seems like things are stagnant and there's not a lot happening on the surface, there's usually so much more going on behind the scenes than we even realize. So I do feel like this person has been transforming, this person has been changing, and you're going to actually begin to see some of this stuff bubble up to the surface. Now, don't get me wrong. It may not be like they're going to go from like not talking to you at all to, hey, marry me, but you're gonna see improvement for sure. You're gonna see steps of improvement. Something's gonna start to take shape and shift in a positive way in February. We also have a few cards here from the Millennial Oracle, and you guys have Glow Up, a major self-transformation, doing the work to be better. Makeover, change, appearance. So glow ups are wonderful. They're beautiful. I feel like that this is something that you guys have been doing. You guys have been working on yourself. And like I said, I feel like this is your person too. I feel like your person has been glowing up as well. Especially if this is someone who's your twin flame. Your twin flame is usually your mirror. They're going to reflect back at you what you're doing yourself. And if you've been working on yourself, and if you've been glowing up, and you've been learning your lessons, and you've been healing your heart, and you've been letting your walls down, and you've been becoming more vulnerable, then they are as well. The change goes both ways. So that's a beautiful energy. That's an awesome thing to be happening for both of you. So there is a glow up in February. No chill. Lost your ability to act rational. No regard for others' feelings. Overreacting. Doing too much. So I feel like this is like the energy of where you were. Like both you and your person. You guys probably had no chill. Maybe you guys were like the king and the queen of drama, basically. Like I said, I feel like leading up to this point, it's like you were always fighting this uphill battle. There was always a new obstacle. There was always a new challenge. There was always a new problem. But it's not like these were like legitimate problems. Like they were kind of trivial in a sense, like things that you could easily overcome, like things that were not life and death or anything. It was more like just like insecurities and stuff like that to basically overcome. So I feel like this sense of no chill is being overcome. And, you know, like I said, that glow up instead is happening. So that is definitely awesome sauce. And we have simp. Will do anything to win you over. A nice guy or girl syndrome. A fool, begging, groveling. So when you're simping for somebody, basically, it's, you know, it's like a really big crush in a sense. It's like you would do anything for this person. Actually, this couple on this card is really cute. Like, they're both nerds, but they look so dorky in love. It's so cute. But it kind of reminds me of, you know, that loyalty feeling, like always being loyal to someone. And I feel like, you know, you feel that loyalty towards them, they feel that loyalty towards you. And, you know, if this person really hasn't been around and, you know, it's taken them a long time to get to where things are now, I feel like they're really going to want to prove to you that they really want to be there. You know, especially with will do anything to win you over. Like I said, I feel like they're going to have like a really good, genuine, authentic, tangible, real offer for you in the material world that is going to be worth it, because it's going to mean a lot to them to do that, because I feel like they know that they haven't stepped it up or stepped it up quick enough or fast enough or any of those things enough in the past. And like I said, I don't feel like they've done it intentionally. You know, they've been healing a lot of broken crap from the past, as you probably have been too. But, you know, the days of freaking out and, you know, losing our cool, losing our chill are over. Instead, you guys have both been in this position of surrender and kind of just, you know, allowing spirit to do what it needs to do. And therefore, the two of you are just glowing up like crazy. And, you know, like I said, that mutual love, that mutual affection of simping for somebody, it's still there. It's cute. It's adorable. A pair of nerds in love, and that's totally fine. Anyway, I have a couple of cards here from the Musicians Oracle too for you guys. So we got two musicians here, and maybe we'll learn a little bit of something from your February based on these two musicians. So you guys got Ravi Shankar. I don't know, I may be slaughtering his name. I don't know who he is. Always read and play between the lines. Your true nature is reflected in silence. Music is the infinite space between two souls. So, you know, with this card saying always read and play between the lines, I feel like it's alluding to, you know, what is in the unseen, basically. And kind of like what I was saying before, you guys, sometimes it looks like there's not a lot happening on the surface, but there's usually a lot more happening behind the scenes than we even realize. So I feel like that's kind of what this is referencing. You know, that infinite space, and it's talking about that infinite space between two souls. So I definitely feel like that's in reference between like you and your person, basically. And you guys also have Amy Winehouse, Learn to Love Your Truant Heart, Honeymoons Should Last a Lifetime, Treat Your Scars as Your Best Feature. So I feel like you guys have definitely been through a lot, just like Amy Winehouse was. And I feel like, you know, especially with this whole thing of treat your scars as your best feature, it's like you guys have learned that what you have been through is an asset, because it's made you stronger and wiser and brighter and deeper, and just, you know, this overall better version of yourself, basically. And you know, like with honeymoons should last a lifetime, I feel like, you know, between you and your person, you guys are always going to have that spark and always have that innocence and always have like that beginning stage in a sense, to your relationship. Like, you guys are always going to be simping for each other. It's like, even, 20, 30, whatever years down the road, even when you guys are old and gray, you guys are still going to have like that sweet, innocent beginnings of love, in a sense, for one another. That's never going to go away. You guys are never going to lose that spark and that initial magic from the beginning. Finally, I have a card here for you guys from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, "You are the light of the world," Matthew 5:14, which is a beautiful verse, of course. This card in particular is obviously talking about Christmas time, like we have baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph in the manger, but Jesus was the light of the world, but the light is also within us. Like, we have this light within us to radiate and sparkle and shine and to make a difference and to inspire and to uplift others. And sometimes you may not always feel like you have all this light. Sometimes you can feel like you have all this crap going on in your life, and that, you can feel like you have all these burdens just crashing down all around you in your world. But everything that you have been through, it makes you so much stronger, and it makes you so much shinier and sparklier, because people can relate to those who have been through stuff. If you've never been through anything, if you've just lived a sheltered existence, people don't relate to that. People don't connect to that, because the reality is we all go through things. So the more you've been through, the more you're probably shining and sparkling, and you just need to keep doing that. Keep shining and keep sparkling and keep being you, because that light is making a huge difference in somebody else's life, whether you realize it or not. Someone is always watching, someone is always looking, and someone is always definitely inspired. Your person is clearly inspired by you, and they're probably not the only one. There are probably other people around you who are inspired by you as well. So anyways, that's basically what I have going on for you guys for the month of February. Hopefully this resonated and made sense. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also, you guys, like I said, private readings are open and available if you are interested in one. Information for that is all in the description box down below, as well as my email, ways to contact me, my socials, all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have a very happy, wonderful, and amazing February, and of course a very happy Valentine's Day if I don't get the chance to wish you that again closer to Valentine's Day. And I just want to thank you guys for stopping on by and hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So keep sparkling. I am sending you guys lots of hugs and much love.